My name is Nicholas Ayers, and I got a special treat for you this morning. I am live here with founder CEO of Armadillo, Matan Slagter. Matan, welcome to the channel, and
Thank
excited
you,
to have you on.
Nick.
Now, I
Glad to be on.
wanted to go live with you because I thought one of the conversations that we had recently, where I was introduced to you guys, was pretty cool. You guys seem to have a really interesting product, and as you kind of described it to me before we went live, it was I asked you, do you guys consider yourself an insurtech? And you said yes, we do, but we're an insurtech and we're prop tech, property technology, because you guys really find yourself at a unique intersection. For the folks at home and watching, whether it's live or on replay, just quickly give me a breakdown and give me the elevator pitch or 30,000 foot overview of Armadillo.
Sure. We're operating in the intersection of prop tech and insurtech, and the reason for that is that the product we're selling is home warranty. We've essentially taken the traditional home warranty product. By the way, can you hear me okay here live?
You're great.
Perfect. We've taken the traditional home warranty product and we've essentially redesigned it from first principles. We've created what we believe to be the first truly consumer-centric home warranty experience. And I'll give you an example of that. So a typical home warranty plan is 10 pages long, 15 pages long, a lot of exclusions,
a lot of exclusions.
A lot of exclusions, a lot of exclusions. We can go through some examples in a little bit. But we've taken that service contract and we've turned it into a 2 to 3 page contract. And the reason we were able to do that was, one, creative writing and being able to condense things. But more importantly, we've removed a lot of those exclusions. Over 80% of the exclusions are typically in there. And the reason we did that is because we figured that would create a much better experience for homeowners, and that individuals who actually buy the product would know what they're getting in the way of value. So when they call us, there's less of a bad surprise. We actually cover most things that are in there. So that's us. We are also a tech company first and foremost, which means that all of our systems and platforms are built using the most modern tech infrastructure. So individuals who want to just call in and talk to a person, we do have a call center, but on the other side of that, you can just go on our website, request service in less than 2 minutes, and go through just a very, very quick questionnaire. It looks more like a chatbot, and at the end of it, we know what's broken and what type of expert we need to send to your home to get it fixed.
So I want to kind of simplify this a little bit, because what I heard and how I kind of understand it. The title of the video is "Equipment Breakdown Coverage on Steroids." You wouldn't. I think for the layperson, you probably say, "Yeah, it's like a home warranty, right?" That's how a consumer might understand it. They think home warranty. They understand the concepts of that for the most part. They understand that if they've ever had a home warranty before, if they've ever filed a claim, it was likely denied. But they think home warranty. But what you're saying, Armadillo, is it's kind of one or two steps above that, and really kind of merges the best things about home warranty and equipment breakdown coverage on a traditional home insurance policy. Is that a fair description?
That's absolutely right. So a typical equipment breakdown coverage is really different than our product. It covers very specific things, very, very specific named perils to boilers and accidents, mechanical accidents. Our coverage covers all wear and tear, rust, corrosion, no age limits. It's a much broader coverage. It's a more expensive coverage, and it's tied to our technology because all we do is adjudicate those sorts of claims. So it's that's why we call it equipment breakdown on steroids.
So you mentioned home warranty policies are typically 13 pages long, give or take. And you mentioned tongue in cheek, creative writing was how you guys were able to get it down to 1 or 2 pages. But really, like, how does this explain to me the evolution of this?
That how we got to the 2 page.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll tell you. I'll tell you where we started. I think I know what you're asking. When we first looked at the home warranty vertical, we evaluated, I'd say 90% of the current home warranty providers, the big ones and some of the smaller ones. And we downloaded their plans, and we read all of them. And initially, we thought we were just going to take the best from each of these plans and create our very own plan that just takes the best elements from each. And as we were going through the evaluation, we started checking out social media, Facebook and Twitter accounts of those same home warranty companies. Saw was a lot of consumer complaints that cut across a lot of different things, different issues. There wasn't one thing that was always that thing that people complain about. We just, refrigerator breaks has to be replaced. It's taking too long to get the approval or to get reimbursed, and it was just a myriad of different things.
Mm-hmm.
So we realized very quickly that we can't just take the best excerpt from every service contract and just create our own, super version of home warranty. We decided to just rewrite the whole thing. So a typical home warranty contract will say, this is what you're covered for: HVAC system, refrigerator, dishwasher. And for each item, it will say what's covered and what's not covered. The what's not covered, those are the exclusions. We don't have that. In our service contract, we don't go item by item. We have a declarations page up front. It says what's covered. And then there's some general exclusions, like don't take,
don't beat it with a sledgehammer
and break. Yeah, right,
Yeah.
exactly. But there's no, your HVAC is covered, but the duct work is only covered if it's not behind a brick wall or behind a concrete wall. And the Freon juice is covered up to, $200, and, this and that, and the ice maker on your fridge is not covered. Or if it's a pool and spa coverage or saltwater pool and spa, not going to be covered. We removed a lot of that stuff just to make it way more consumer centric and less complicated. And that brought it down to 2 to 3 pages.
Yeah, it's
really
amazing.
2 pages plus a declarations page on top.
It's amazing what happens when you don't have a full department of a legal team that says you got to have all this stuff in writing to exclude all this stuff. It's amazing what happens. And so essentially, it's an additional product that agents could sign up with, they could sell, and they get paid on it. Correct? It's not insurance. It's not insurance. So you're not regulated by the Department of Insurance. So it allows you probably to freely move about the country like you're on Southwest. But it's not insurance. It's an additional product, and agents can sell it and get paid for it. Correct?
That's right. Now, here's the cool thing. So if it's sold as an equipment breakdown, easy. The way we think about it is like we're an extension of their homeowners insurance program. Mm-hmm. So we pay between 13 and 15%, depending on the territory, of commissions on new and renewal business.
Say that one more time. Say that again.
Between 13 and 15% new and renewal commissions on this product.
Okay.
Now, the cool thing is that a lot of agents in the personal line space have really strong networks of relationships with real estate agents. They get a lot of the referrals through real estate agents, and that's a lot of the new business comes through that way. Real estate agents know home warranty. They deal with home warranty all day long. So the other part of our product, not the equipment breakdown part of it, but the home warranty part of it, the agents can take that to their real estate partners. It is the best home warranty product in the industry, and they can strengthen that relationship, maybe even grow that network of realtors, and provide that product to the realtors who are going to absolutely love it.
Which is a big thing. So because you don't have to be licensed to sell it. So I could create my own affiliate network of loan officers and real estate agents who sell this for me.
That's right. Now there is one part of it that everybody needs to be careful with, which is Respa. When real estate, federal regulation around real estate, and when home warranty is sold alongside a new real estate transaction, you just need to be careful as to how that's structured. But generally speaking, yes, home warranty is not an insurance product, and we would work with, depending on the territory the agent resides in, we would work with them to structure the contract in a way that's compliant, and absolutely.
Talk to me about systems and ease of use. I'm an insurance agent. I want to sell it. How do take me through the experience of needing to go into the system? Do I need to go somewhere else, get a quote, bring it back to the customer? Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so we, when an insurance agent partners with us, we set them up with 2 things. It's pretty simple. One, access to our portal. So very, very simple, sort of like a homeowner's insurer can access their portal, bind a new policy, access the Armadillo portal, and can sell new home warranty products or new equipment breakdown products. Very simple. They get a username, password, and I'll show you in a few seconds how that works. And on the other side of it, every agent also gets a unique trackable link. So if they want to have marketing type campaigns, send it to all renewals of individuals who have homeowners but do not have currently equipment breakdown, or can be as creative as they would like, can take that unique trackable link and send it out, and individuals can sign up directly through that link. And the cool thing, what we can do is we can also co-brand that purchase path. So we can put their logo on it. So it says maybe, it shows Armadillo, but it says powered by agency XYZ.
So there's a quote bind issue capability, meaning I could. So I'm gonna bring this into the world that I'm familiar with. Uh, I'm a better agency user. I can run a report for everybody who has home insurance. Just send to everybody who has home insurance. What's the harm there? And I can send them a link, and I can say, hey, really great product. I think you should think about looking at. Here's why it's better, etc. Different than all the other home warranty companies. Here's what it covers. Go ahead and sign up for it right here. And there's a link that I can put in there, and customers can go in there. They can get their own policy. They can bind it right there on the spot, and the agent gets credit for it. So it's almost like a direct quote bind issue type product.
That's exactly right. Direct quote bind all the way through. Super simple. I would say even simpler than most other insurance products. We don't have to collect too much information.
I can guarantee you it's simpler than most insurance.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And the cool thing is claims do not hit the Clue database, which means that for sure this will not lead to premium increases. I know there's been a lot of capacity issues in the market.
It's loss mitigation. It's loss mitigation. It's loss ratio mitigation. That's really what this is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, you as an agent, when your customer has a claim for Armadillo, we will let you know, hey, there was a claim. They put 5 stars. They really enjoyed it. And you can choose what you do with that information. You can reach back out to the customer and say, hey, I see you're getting use of your product. Your refrigerator, you got a new refrigerator, whatever it is. Yeah. And just strengthen that relationship.
That's awesome. Typical price points of the product. I know it probably varies by whatever, but.
Yeah, so if you're talking about the equipment breakdown ranges between, I would say, $300 and $500. So more expensive than a typical equipment breakdown, but again, much broader coverage, much better experience. And then the home warranty starts at about $450, and I can share a screen that shows. Actually, sure. Should I share my screen? Is that will make this dynamic? Okay, yeah. So let me pull up one of our screens here. I'll show you the real estate product set.
Okay, and if you're just now joining us while Matan does that, essentially this is Armadillo, which is kind of, think of it as equipment breakdown on steroids. Let's go ahead and share this. I might have, let's try that again. Yeah.
You can see a lot on screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Do I make it full screen for everybody? Here, let's try it full screen. Can you see it full screen now?
Yep, sure can.
Great. So this is the real estate product. So this is not the equipment breakdown, but the full home warranty set. And you see it ranges from as low as $450 for the base plan, 1-year term, to as high as for the 1-year term, $1,300 for the premium coverage. Now the premium coverage,
it's just basically more sub limits and more things.
Right, higher limits, more things. If there's a Sub-Zero or a Wolf type brands, it's a more expensive house. The coverage limits are higher. And then we have a bunch of add-ons. So any plan, you can add on all kinds of things: pool and spa, septic system, additional HVAC system if it's a big house, even a guest house. If you have a guest house with its own kitchen and HVAC and electricity and plumbing. So there are a lot of options, a lot of things that can be done, but it ranges, to your question, it ranges from $450 to $1,300.
Sure.
Or for 2-year, and then you can purchase longer terms.
And the agent gets 13 to 15% of that in new and renewal business.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. And the other thing I would mention is if they sell the lower cost equipment breakdown, we're still going to help, and 12-month renewal comes, to upsell that customer. So as the customer buys more, we continue to pay the commission structure on the markup, the broader plan to the agent. So we help them grow their book of business.
Yeah. How do agents get appointed, or what's the appointment process like?
So we're not an insurance company. There's no.
I use it because it's just the terminology that I think I'm familiar with, and I think most people would be familiar with.
Right.
How do I sign up? Like, what's the sign up process like?
Yeah, it's a sign up. It's very quick. We sign a pretty straightforward producer agreement, and then we have a 30-minute session with the agent or the agency and the agents, and we train them on how to use their portal. They get a unique link and they get a portal with access, a username and a password. And in the portal, all they have to do, I can share it. Should I?
Yeah,
Here, let me show you.
yeah.
Let's see.
All right, here. So
Enter full screen again. Okay, so this is a portal. They get access to this portal with this would be their name right here, and they can go and start adding new clients. We just run them through the different types of products that they can add. If they work with real estate agents, we have two options here for real estate agents, and then for their own clients, where they would find the equipment breakdown, that would be right here. But if you want to go through the purchase path quickly. We put a closing date on the house if it's a real estate transaction.
mm-hmm.
Next, and okay, so who's paying for this plan? Let's say it's the seller, the home seller who's paying for the plan, which is
Which
like
is
a
a
common
great
thing.
point because yes, it's often negotiated in a transaction that the seller is going to do that.
That's exactly right. So a lot of times the customers are being referred to by a real estate
Ah,
agent to an insurance agent. The insurance agent should know, hey, that client, they might already have credit, like $500 or
yeah.
$550
That's. I
credit
didn't even
towards
think
home
about that.
warranty.
Didn't even think about that.
So all
That's
they
awesome.
need to do, yeah, all they need to do is convince that client that Armadillo is better than other home warranty companies, and the client then tells their real estate agent that they want to move forward with Armadillo. But let's say they pay at closing, not with a credit card, which is typically how it's done in the real estate space. Put in this information on the title company. It's not required, so we'll
So it
go
can even
forward
be
here.
impounded.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh wow.
And then this is the purchase path. So you put in the zip code, whatever the zip code is. This is a New Jersey zip code. You choose one of the plans we just went through, and there's a quick description of exactly what's covered for each plan, and a sample terms and conditions if they want to see that. Select a plan, add any add-ons, whatever those are. And you go to checkout, and you enter the information. So, or let's put
So
a fake name here.
while you're typing that in, essentially, I'll just kind of recap. So essentially, here's the benefits. It's another product that oftentimes is already negotiated by the buyer and seller that the seller is going to pay for. So you can impound this home warranty equipment breakdown coverage so that the seller's paying for it, and you can set up affiliates because it's not you don't have to be licensed to sell it. So you can give this tool to all your loan officers, all your real estate agents, and make sure you're doing everything by the book as far as they'll know more on the Respa side than you will, but it could be sold by your real estate partners. You could probably even split commissions with them since it's not an insurance product. There's all kinds of ways you could think about this. It's quote bind issue so that you can put this in any of your email campaigns or anything like that. You can cross sell this relatively easily. Customer can buy it and you get paid for it, and it's paid every on new business and at every renewal.
That's right. So I'll just explain what I did here. In the real estate space, you typically put both the seller and the buyer's info. Seller's info, because we said this is a listing agent who gave you that business, they'll know the seller's info, so that's required. The buyer's info is not required yet, assuming we don't know that person. But which of these is required depends on who is coming to you with the need. So it's pretty simple. We just collect their first, last name, email address, and phone number. We put the property address in there. That's all we need to quote to get a price on it. And there's a summary of what you chose. You can increase it to 2 or 3 years if you'd like, then the price will adjust. And then you just buy it. And when you buy it, it will say buyer's coverage will begin on 12/14 because that's the closing date we put on the house.
Yeah.
And when we close it, you come back to your dashboard and you'll see you have a new, oh, well, I use the same address. I actually grew up in this. But if you go there today, it's probably a different family there. But you get this, and it indicates who's the person who bought it from you. And if you didn't know all the information when you initiated the transaction, so you click manage here, and you can always add more information. So we didn't put in the title company information. We can do that, and we can generate an invoice and send that to the title company because they're going to send a check out of closing after closing to Armadillo with the cost of the plan. So it's super simple. We've tried to keep it as simple as it gets.
That is really cool. That's really cool. I think because the process is so easy, I think agents should get on board with this and start selling it. There's a lot of easy ways to do it now. There's no real hindrance to it. Again, it's going to be usually negotiated that the seller is going to buy it anyway, so you might as well take advantage of that and you get paid for it. Baton, how do where do people go? Where do they get signed up? Where do they find out more information?
Yeah, so you could go on our website. Here, I'll show you quickly. It's simple. You can always email me directly. There you go. All right, so you go on our website.
Which is what? What is the website name? Armadillo.one?
That's it, www.armadillo.one. And in there's a partner tab up top.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, you're talking to real estate agents. They're going to really appreciate this. If you scroll down on our homepage, scroll down right here. This is a summary of all the reasons why we're different than other home warranty companies. So when you tell your real estate agent partners as an agent, hey, we have this product that's better. Here it is. This is a summary as to why we're better than all others, and they'll appreciate it. They know and understand home warranty. So in the partners, you click insurance agents, there's a little bit of a summary of what we do here. But if you scroll to the bottom,
what's that site? Before you do that, where are you guys not operating?
So you know what? This changed, and by next week we'll be in all 50 states.
Okay.
So it will be simple. Everything will be yellow. And if you go to the bottom here, you can put your name, email, zip code, phone number, and one of us will reach back out depending on what state the agency is located in. It's as simple as that.
So by the time they go to this website, armadillo.one, O-N-E, they fill this out. What's the timeline looking like for when they can start selling it?
You know, typically, I know with the holiday season it's a little bit different, but you know, outside of signing
a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, it would be I would say a week once we sign the producer agreement. It could be instant. It could be right after we set you up with the access. The only exception is Florida. Here, let me share my screen. The only exception is Florida. In Florida, any agency operating in Florida will have to get a sales license in Florida. It's a requirement. Really easy to get. We got ours in less than 48 hours. It's an online application, and then we appoint you there. So in Florida, we actually have to appoint.
But you can walk any Florida agent through that, I'm sure.
Right. Yeah. Easy, not a big deal even in Florida. Outside of Florida, there's nothing that needs to be done from that perspective. And then in California, I'll mention it, even though for PNC agents, it's not a problem. California, they need to be a licensed insurance agent, which everybody watching this probably is. So all good.
I hope so. So, well, awesome. Well, hey, Matan, thank you so much for joining us here. I know this was relatively impromptu, and you jumped on like a champ, and I think this is really exciting. I think this is something that agents should be adding to their repertoire, their arsenal of products. It's an easy way to get paid. So, thank you so much for creating this, and thank you so much for jumping on. Any last questions, any last thoughts, or anything you want to say before we end it?
No, we are very excited about the insurance space. I'm from the insurance industry, from the PNC industry, with AIG for 10 years before this. So the reason you're seeing us, this home warranty company, coming into the insurance space is because we think it is a very important touch point with consumers, and that there's a lot of value to be added there. So very excited to work with you, and please reach out anytime.
Will do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nick. Take care, man.